Morning, everyone. It's me. It's David. I know it's been a while since I've done one of these. I know. I apologize, but as you can see, I'm in a really, really good mood. I just came from a job interview. I thank the Most High God. Right? You have to. You got to give thanks to God. You do. You have to. But I just came from this interview. I'm feeling really good about it. It really went well. I got up early this morning. I was up. I woke up really, really early this morning. I must have woke up this morning maybe like 5 or 6 or something like that. And I was praying and stuff like that. I'm not a thumper. Please don't disconnect this. I'm not a Bible thumper, but I do believe, like I said, I've expressed this before, and I do believe in God. And, God is good. Even to those of you out there who may or may not believe in Him, who don't believe in Him, He's real and He cares about all of us. His grace is very, very much sufficient for all of us. He cares. He does. He wants nothing but the very, very best for all of humanity, for all His people, for all His children. Even those of us who don't even. It's like I thought. The best way I could summarize it, so we can move forward, is that it's like a parent with a really, really spoiled child. The child. The parent loves that child so much that despite the child being bad, it doesn't matter. The parent still loves the child. That's how it is. And just imagine that magnified to such a greater level that we can't even measure. That is what God love is like for all of us. So, He cares for all of us. He wants nothing but the very best. And, we don't need to let media divide us. We're all people. We're all good people. We're all unique individual people that we have our own minds. But with that being said, it really went well. It was a really personable interview. The interviewer was very, very nice. She was very, very cordial, very intelligent, very quick, very relatable, very personable. I didn't feel highly pressured, or I couldn't, I didn't have the feeling of this was like a rigid experience where I didn't get a chance to, not relax per se, but, I just couldn't move. I had to just be frosty, and I couldn't move or just, have any type of animation or character to myself. I was able to be myself to an extent, but still be professional at the same time. So I do believe a lot of employers want to be able to strike a happy balance. I do believe that is the goal, one of the primary goals to achieve for many employers as they're interviewing, is because they're searching for a candidate, for their position that's going to fit the culture of that environment, that's going to strike a happy median in between someone that's personable and cordial and has a sense of humor, and at the same time, on the other hand, be very, very professional, be very responsible, be on time, be able to get along very well with the other people who have been there, who've been a part of that environment for an extended duration of time. So they want to make sure they're bringing the right candidate into that environment. They don't want to, another goal, what they want to do is, that they're hoping to achieve, is they don't want to bring anyone that's going to disturb the serenity of their environment. If they've already cultivated a very, very certain atmosphere, and everyone is very comfortable to work and behave and thrive and move and exist, basically, in the environment of which they've created. If the environment is anything less than conducive to that, they don't want to bring anyone in there, because it's gonna make things difficult. They're gonna disturb the serenity. If it's a very successful environment, they don't want anyone that's gonna come in there and disrupt that in a negative way, in a dysfunctional way, in any deviant way. I've been studying sociology this semester. I think I said it to you guys last time, but I've been learning a lot. I've been reading a lot. I can definitely see. I was studying, going over my textbook, taking my notes and stuff like that. And over this entire weekend, I've been studying, and I had to come to the conclusion. I was finally met with the reality of the fact that the feminists, not the fringe. Whoa, not the fringe ones. I don't know anyone that lives on the fringe of anything. I don't know about that. but feminists in general, not this third wave nonsense, not this, we hate men, no, none of that nonsense. Talking about feminists who really fight for equality, who recognize that there is a grand gap. There is inequality, especially as it relates to women and men. Women throughout all of human history, throughout the entire history of the world, have been marginalized the most. I don't care what anyone says. You can argue me, you can debate me, that's fine. I'm open to constructive criticism. I am a critical thinker. I do love to have intellectual discussions on a myriad of topics, even topics that would be deemed as taboo, right? Because we need to have open discussions on many things for us to get a better understanding of how someone might view the world, or the lens in which they're viewing their theory, the lens in which they're using to view the world. So women have had it hard. They have. In our culture, the Black American culture, ever since the 60s, there's been an abundance, a plethora of evidence from Black scholars, educated, astute Black academics who have all concurred that during the 60s, with socialism, or social welfare rather, the welfare system was the proponent that disrupted the environment, disrupted the home of the Black family, and as a result, you have a lot of the subculture of the Black community, or one of the subcultures of the Black community, which is the hip hop culture, that basically pushes a derogatory agenda toward women. So what I was driving at is that, in this culture, in the Black culture, the Black American culture, Black men typically degrade women. We don't treat our women with much respect. And even me, I'm guilty of that too. I've made poor choices in the past. I'm in by no account a saint at all. But it took a long time, by the grace of God, for me to really begin to realize the importance of treating women with the utmost respect, with a lot of patience, with a lot of just kindness, because women are sensitive. Not to say they're weak. That's not what I'm saying. I have a daughter, and she's very, very strong. She's a very sophisticated little girl. She's very, very sophisticated. But on the same time, especially as a father, I'm really starting to grasp the grand concept of the fact that you have to be very, very, cognizant. You have to be very aware of the importance of how to treat women, because women, they listen to everything that you say, and how you say it, the tone in which you use, whatever it is that you're saying. You got to be very, very careful, even if in a heated discussion and stuff like that. These are our women. These are the women that come into our lives, and they love us. They don't have to. They love us. They open up themselves to us, and they love us, and they care for us, and they bear our children, and they bear the brunt of our frustrations. Men can bitch too. I know I have. I've had girls in the past, female friends, past relationships, whatever relationship, or how I was courting that engagement between me and a young lady. I've gone to her and I've aired my frustration. So we bitch too. In our society, we are told that men don't do these things, and we do it. Men are superficial too. I was getting dressed this morning. I checked and double checked myself, make sure I was looking fresh. Women, so we need our women. We do. We need to treat our women with respect as much as we possibly can. Be as patient with them as much as we possibly can, and just take our time and love them and not treat them badly. Don't treat them bad. Don't be sleeping with them and kick them to the side when we're done with them, and laugh and stuff like that. Don't treat nobody like that. Don't do that. I don't care who you are. Don't do that to nobody. And this is coming from someone who's been a total for a long time, and now it's gotten to, at this age, at the tender age of 35. I'm still young, but at the tender age of 35, I'm really growing and maturing. There was a time, sometime I was feeling like, oh no, I'm 35 and da, 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 da. But no, but this is a really good time for me, because this is a time that I'm growing and maturing. I'm in a cocoon stage right now, right? I'm no longer a caterpillar. I'm growing, I'm evolving, and I'm developing into something very, very beautiful. My mind is growing and developing and evolving. The paradigm in which I view things, the concept and how in which I view life, it's changing, it's growing, it's evolving, it's adapting with the time, it's adapting with my life and all the elements of my life, everything in my life. It's adapting, and there's nothing wrong with it. We need to grow. We need to grow and change and adapt and evolve and continue to people don't understand it. People want to fight and rail against it. But if there's one thing that has remained constant throughout all of human history, is change. People have tried to resist it. People have tried to pretend it doesn't exist. People have tried to hide from it. But if there's anything that has always been constant, it is change. And people don't like that because it takes them out of their comfort zone. Especially here in America. But we'll touch on that topic later. But, we just need to be kind to one another. We don't need to attack or bash anyone. The homosexual community, the lesbian community, black community, Asian, white community. Not every white person is racist. I met a very, very nice young lady yesterday. She was a sweetheart. Very nice girl. And we spoke for a long time. Very nice girl. Okay, and I didn't sense or detect any sort of nothing. She was we sat and we spoke for a while. Very, very nice young lady. And I'm hoping to sit down and speak with her a little bit later again, because it was a very engaging conversation. But very pretty girl, by the way. I hope that if you are watching this video, I hope you know who I'm talking to. I think you're very, very pretty and you're very intelligent. And I think a lot of men, who clench to very conservative ways, meaning that they don't want anything to change. They're fearful of women like that. And there's nothing to fear. These women, going back to what I was saying earlier, in the black community, we don't have respect for our women. We degrade our women. We belittle our women. We don't show how much value we have for our women. In the white community, white men view their women as property. Asian communities, a lot of Asian communities kind of veer their women into being docile and subservient. Maybe a lot of Latin communities kind of, there's a lot of Latin cultures are very hypersexual, so they kind of like, there's a pressure on a lot of the women there to be very, 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 very sexy and stuff like that. And as they begin to advance in age, because we all none of us stay 20 forever, there might be some sort of friction there, or they might feel a certain kind of way because they've been propped up as some sort of sex symbol for such a long time, and when they no longer meet those expectations, there might be some sort of clash there. There might be a bit of a change in the way in which they view the world. But with all that being said, we just need to love and cherish our women. We need to love and cherish our women at all costs. I was writing something. I wrote another affirmation. I've been doing a lot of writing lately. I'm doing a lot of reading. I've been doing a lot of writing lately. It dawned on me the other day that I've always been a writer. I was going through, I was searching for something the other day, and I came across a series of notebooks that I started to collect from years ago. And I was like, I was going over, and I was like, it dawned. I was like, I'm a writer. I didn't even know that. It dawned on me. Ever since I've been in school, it's been probably one of the best things for me. It's been enriching me in so many ways. I have really been growing and developing in such a positive way. I have really, really, really been growing and developing in such a positive way. Education is paramount. Yeah, sounds cliche. You might have heard it 100 times before, but hey, David is telling you this. And I have been a mess up. I bounced from job to job. I've been a procrastinator. I stayed up all night playing video games. I didn't take things seriously. And this is coming from a guy like that. I've had a bad reputation, a bad past. We'll get into that later on. But if I'm telling you this, if I'm speaking all these positive things into your life, viewer, all of you, I don't care who you are, even if you are the KK and you watching this with your mask on, I dare you to flip up your mask and tune into what I'm saying, man. There's nothing wrong with changing and loving people and accepting people for who they are and just changing the way how you see things. The world is so much bigger than what we think it is. What mainstream media has told us it is, or what they tell us, or how to tell, or what they've told us, been telling us how to think, or our ancestors, or society in general. People just want to live and have a good time. There are people in different parts of the world, they don't want no conflict or beef or problem or anything with nobody. They just want to go about their daily lives and live. So, but these are some of the affirmations I've been writing lately. It's been coming to me. I've been surging with so much positivity lately, and I'm really grateful to God for that. I'm at a really good place, right? And one of the this is I wrote, and I've been adding to it, but I wrote this originally from my daughter, because I want her to develop her own self-image, I have a really strong self-image of herself, and I began to write this for her, and by this time I'm probably going to write another one for her because I'm her dad, and that's what dads do. But it says that I carefully and patiently make wise and constructive decisions. I constructively think things through. Because I love to read, I read more than I play games. I have already succeeded in everything that I apply my mind to. Because I value and cherish women, I treat them with patience, love, kindness, tenderness, and respect. I am healthy, well, and focused. I am filled with vitality, aptitude, strength, and power. I am strong, capable, resilient, and determined. I have already earned my degrees, plural. That's right, you heard me. And I am a success story. I've already inspired millions of people. So family, all my viewers, all you beautiful, intelligent people, I value you all. I don't care where you come from. We're all human. I just want you all to know that. I want all of you all to know that one day, this is going to come a day that all of humanity is going to have to stand before God. All of us. We're all going to have to stand before God. And even me, we're going to have to give an account. I really believe God's going to be sitting there like this. So there's going to be a lot of people on Judgment Day. They're going to have to do a lot of toe tapping, a lot of dancing. They're gonna have to be coming up with answers to give to God. I would imagine God is gonna be passed a file like a judge, and is gonna say, so it says your name here is Stalin. Ugh, wow, you have you have so much going on here. So tell me about all the people that you starved. And I think Stalin's gonna be like, funny story, God. There's going to be a lot of people going to have to give these grand account for a lot of things that they've done. There's going to be a lot of people, like, tell me, says here that you started World War I. So, what happened that day? Funny story. God, you're going to laugh. You're going to laugh. Okay, why are there flames coming out from the other side of that door? There's going to be a lot of people going to have to be giving a grand account for their actions, for what they've done to human beings, and they haven't, stopped doing it. They haven't changed directions, changed course, and, began to do things do things constructively, do something positive for humanity, instead of just hurting people and then justifying it. Validating what it is that they're doing through whatever means, through, manipulating facts or information or even scripture, religious text for that matter. Because we all know that many religious leaders throughout all of humanity, throughout all history, they have really adjusted, if you will, religious texts to meet their own personal agenda. But we're 20 minutes in here now. I've been talking for a while, and I'm gonna head in here to this career services office, let them know about the success. I truly believe that I got it. I really believe that I nailed it. It's a really great company, a lot of room for advancements, a lot of room for growth. It looks like a really, really beautiful atmosphere, and I hope I fit in there. I really, really do. I want to be able to fit in and just really be a part of a great career atmosphere. I think we all want to be a part of something constructive and good and great. People say good is a matter of opinion, but I think you all know what I'm referring to when I say something good and constructive. Where you go and you work, and it's a good company. It doesn't look like it's hurting anybody, And we all want that. We all want to be a part of something. I want to get married one day too, and I want to be able to grow and develop even more and further and teach people. But we're 21 minutes in here, man. You all have a blessed day. I thank you. I really appreciate you all for tuning in and listening to me here now. You all have a blessed day, and God bless. Goodbye. Till next time.